Welcome to the Jaden Show, you beautiful, beautiful people. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I've had a great week. It's a little bit hot here in Mexico, but I'm still coping. I have got a fantabulous show for you today. I am going to Los Angeles, US of A, to meet singer-songwriter, musician, the amazing Bex. You're going to meet her in just a few minutes, but I really like it when I get to share live performances of artists, and today I get to show you Bex live. This is called Chemistry Live. This is Bex. Enjoy. Are you ready? Let's go and meet this week's super special guest, the amazing Bex. Bex, welcome to the Jaden Show. How are you, lovely?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very well. It's a bit hot down south of you, down here in Mexico. What's it like? You're in LA, right?
Yes, I'm in LA.
You kind of get the same temperatures as us, or is that the other side of the country? I'm not very good with American geography.
I'm about 30 minutes from LA, north of LA. And where I'm at, it's been over 100.
Wow.
So it's very hot.
Really? Did you get humidity as well, or is it kind of a dry heat?
No, it's been really dry where I'm at.
Oh, see, that's quite nice. I don't mind the heat. It's just when it feels like my skin is melting off my body, that's the problem. Okay, so are you kind of naughty elephant squirrel? Are you west of USA?
I'm I'm on the west side, yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the east side, yeah. So we're kind of getting we're more like underneath Florida and Miami, that kind of way, I guess.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a little bit hot down here in Cancun. So welcome to my show. I would like to know, and all my 15 viewers, 2 ferrets and a border collie would also like to know, where did Bex start? How did it all happen for tiny baby Bex?
So for most of my childhood, I've always been around music. I was in children's choirs. I played piano. So that's where I like really started just having a little interest in music.
Yeah.
But I didn't really start like focusing it as like a career path until I was probably maybe like 17, 18. I worked with this vocal instructor who was really supportive and honestly really inspiring. And she kind of, she listened to some of my writing and was like, you know, you could actually do this. And then from that point on, I was like, okay, I love doing this. I love writing and being creative and performing. I'm going to give this a try. And ever since then, I've been writing songs, performing when I can, and then releasing music.
Wow, fantastic. So back in the day, you're at school hanging with your pals. What kind of music and what vibes were you into then?
I honestly had I'd say a little bit of a like more sheltered music listening as a child. I listened to I want to say like elementary. I listened to a lot of like Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus
stuff.
Yeah, so like those are the kind of people that I would listen to, and then from there on, I just like as I went from there, and then once I went to high school, I really started to be more adventurous and listen to all different genres, just trying to figure out what I like.
Okay.
I tend to like to listen to a lot of like EDM stuff because I like listening to the production. Because I always like listening to little all the little things they add throughout the song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So so you were listening, you're kind of like generic pop listener, liked all the good pop stuff that was going on. When you said you started to kind of have a look to see like what other artists were out there and other kind of genres and stuff like that, were you also kind of looking at where you thought you belonged as an artist? Did you feel straight away that you wanted to be a next Selena Gomez kind of vibe? Or did you think, I know I love this music, but I want to know where I would fit into this kind of genre?
In the beginning, I didn't really like have that thought. I was just trying to figure out what I liked to listen to.
Okay, yeah.
Different. I've learned that I like listening to the lyrics. As a writer, that has inspired me. So I think maybe the only way I viewed it like that was maybe taking place to different artists and listening to the writing style. And going from there and going, I kind of want to write songs like this. Maybe not exactly like this, but
this vibe.
Yeah.
Who for your writing, who would you say was your main or the main influences?
For my writing, I would say there's this artist named Rozzy who has amazing writing lyrically. I've liked Taylor Swift. I like that it's like a story, and not just like, I feel like there's a time and place for like the songs that just repeat the same thing over and over, which I do have songs like that, but I've definitely, it's resonated with me, the artists that are telling stories. Another one is like Adele. I've loved her voice and I've loved her writing. It's always amazing.
I love the girl. She's British. What can I say?
Yeah, she's great.
Got to show my solidarity, you understand?
Yeah.
No, she's bloody amazing. So you've gone from listener to now become the artist. So obviously you told me that your vocal coach, that your kind of was your main influence and the one that kind of started to make you believe that there was something more than just kind of practicing, I guess. What were your first steps into making it a career? How did you kind of start the BECX, the empire that is?
I think the first step was just like figuring out what I liked to listen to. I think maybe I the only way I viewed it like that was maybe not exactly like this, but maybe not exactly like this, but I really started with my writing. What I've learned, especially noticed it more in the last couple of years, that it takes a while to figure out exactly what you want your sound to be. Because I feel like the more you learn, the more you'll end up deciding like, oh, I actually like this sound a little bit more than this one. So I wanted to start with like writing songs to kind of like figure out where I wanted to go with it. And then it was the last couple of years I've been learning how to produce. So the end goal is for me to be able to self-produce all of my things and release and like really be involved with the production side and the vocal side.
So a one-woman show.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that's been like my passion, what I've been working on recently.
Could you play instruments as well, right?
I play piano.
Okay. And did that start from an early age, or did you just kind of take that up in your teens? Or
I started playing piano when I was 5.
okay.
I had lessons until I think maybe like 5th or 6th grade, and then I took a break because at that point I wasn't sure like if I wanted to keep playing piano or not. And then in high school I picked it back up again, and I've been playing ever since.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you ever feel the need or want to go like to guitar or ukulele, or I mean, is that just on the back burner? You're concentrating on your production and what you're doing at the moment?
I'm kind of concentrating on production, but I would love to play guitar. It is definitely easier to perform with a guitar because right now I am taking my 88 key keyboard to my gigs.
Okay.
And so that is quite a thing to carry around.
Carry around another person, that is, to be fair.
Exactly. So I've always loved the sound of guitar. And so I could see myself picking that up in the near future.
Doing a Beck's Unplugged acoustic sesh.
Exactly.
Sounds lovely. I bought myself a ukulele about 3 months ago. I done 1 3.5 minute how to tune a ukulele YouTube tutorial. I don't know where the ukulele is since. It's under clothes or it's under a dog bed or something. I'm like, my God, I just don't have time to do it. I think as an artist, especially, I mean, I know for me as well, I've been doing this a long ass time, is the fact that it will be really lovely to play piano for me. And I would love to play guitar and ukulele. But when you are doing your own promotion, writing your own songs, doing your own productions, making your own videos, when the bloody hell do you have time to do all the other things? Exactly. It is really hardcore. So, power to you, but it's really a bloody 24-hour job, to be fair.
Yes.
So what's happening for Bex at the moment? What are you doing currently? Because you have a new single out, right?
I have my song, Not Alone. That one's out. I am currently working on releasing a couple new songs and an EP. But the next thing I actually just booked a show with Breaking Sound on August 2nd. So if there's anyone in LA who wants to come, I'm super excited for that. I'm doing a completely different set that's completely new. Okay. So I'm super excited for people to see that.
Have you done many live performances?
I've done a few. I'd like to do a lot more. But most of my performances have been me and my piano. So for this one, I'm actually going to use some tracks and then also do my piano, have like a little moment for the piano. But yeah, I'm super excited to see, to do this new set.
Do you have a preference between writing and studio and the creation of, as opposed to the performing of? Is there one you like, or they both kind of feed different parts of you? Yeah,
I love the creation process. I've absolutely fallen in love with producing.
Yeah.
I think I'm 1.5 years into it, so there's still so much to learn. But I love just slowly building the track, because like it starts with just like basic chords, and then you just slowly add different things, and then by the end you're just like, wow, this sounds amazing. How did these 4 chords turn into this massive song?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I kind of lean a little bit more to like the creative side and the writing. But I think the more I perform, the more I'll want to perform.
Get that bug.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get stage fright?
Yes.
I still get it after 32 years of singing, darling. So, you know, and actually I'm with you. I'm in camp. I prefer production and all that kind of stuff, because I find it amazing when you just hear, you know, that little really bad idea of a melody you've recorded on your phone that's like this, and then all of a sudden it's got violin and guitars and like 6-part harmonies on the chorus and a dance break, and like right, and that came from a cat dying on my phone. It was amazing.
Exactly. I have lots of little recordings like that on my phone.
So do you have a good supportive family and friend base?
I do. I have my family is really supportive. My mom is like my #1 supporter. Been at every performance.
Team BECX.
Pushed. The funniest thing was when my song came out, she's a manager at a hotel, so she made all of her staff listen to it, and like, you have to listen to it or you're gonna get in trouble. So I'm like, I love that you're so like, woo,
fighting that cause.
Yeah. And then I've made in the last couple of years, I've made a lot of good other artists friends in LA who have been super supportive, helped me with creative things, and have been a great like resource and friendships and all that. Yeah,
that's amazing. Are you doing any collaborations at the moment, or is that to come?
That is to come. At this point, I have one song that I've co-written with someone, which I actually might have them produce that one as well. But so far, that's all I've had.
Sweet. That's really cool, though, right?
Yeah.
So it's all exciting. So how many? I mean, like from being a listener to being an artist, how many years have you been artisting now, if that's a word that even exists?
Yeah. I feel like there's been like 2 different levels of like being an artist. In the very beginning, it started, I think it was 2017 or 2018 is when I like really started like pushing it. And how I did it then was I posted covers like at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. I perform here and there. And then I think in 2021, I really started pushing releasing music and like figuring out like what I want BECX to be. And that's when I switched to BECX.
So kind of creating your brand for.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's been like 2 different stages. I was taking it very seriously then, but now it's like just like completely different from where I was.
Do you find like going back to the cover sometimes gives you a bit of a creative? I mean, I know for me, like I've was a pop boy when I was younger, then I was classical crossover, and now I live here and I've just been doing shows. I moved here with 30 classical backing tracks. I've now got nearly 600 of all different genres and vibes. And sometimes I just think, fuck it, I really want to sing Whitney Houston today. Yeah. Like sometimes it's just a nice little, I mean, I'm always going to be Jaden no matter what I do. But sometimes I think, no, I just want to sing. I just want to be random and just sing, I want to run to you. Do you know what I mean? It's this kind of stuff. Do you enjoy sometimes just going back to the freedom of not being BECX, but being BECX, but just the freedom of being BECX?
Yes. What I've kind of done, leaning into like the producer side, which has made me absolutely obsessed with doing covers.
Okay.
Is that I'll take the song, but I will fully produce it in my own version and then sing the song. Oh, my computer got a little too animated. So I have done a couple covers on TikTok and Instagram, but I'll fully produce all the backing track and then I'll do the cover,
Which
makes it feel it's their song, but it's also my song too at the same time.
Yeah, and more. What is from the start, right? You've made it yours, literally.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you've got some gigs coming up this year. What else is? And you've got an EP on its way. A couple more songs to be released. What do you see the future of? How do you see the future of Bex? Sorry for my English; it's really bad.
I could see definitely doing more performances. I've done a couple this year, but I definitely want to like consistently like spread them out all out throughout the entire year. I think my big thing will be releasing more music in the future. Right now I have an EP, and then also working for like towards an album as well. Yeah, so I think those are where I see myself the next like year or so.
And then what other opportunities happen between now and then?
Yeah. I find that happens, especially after you like perform at random things. You'll just have different things come that you won't even think of. Like I've had so many different things happen that I couldn't even imagine happening, but sure enough, it just ended up like coming to me.
What would you say has been like the highlight of your career so far?
Highlight.
The most enjoyable thing you thought, wow, man, this is awesome. I'm loving this.
I think it's been with having my song out. I've had moments where there's other people listening to it, or they'll even know it, and that is just like such a like warm like feeling of like, wow, there's someone out there who knows my song and who's actually like knows the words. It's not just like me and my family. Like this is such a highlight.
Super cool, super cool. And who would have thought a year ago you'd be featured on the Jaden Show?
Yeah, I know.
Anything can happen at any point around any corner.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping in your next interview and they say, so what's been the highlight of your time so far? Well, the bloody English Jaden, where he got me on the show.
Exactly.
Bloody wonderful. Well, my lovely, where can all these thousands of fans find you on social media? Where are you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook at BECXMusic. If you'd like to stay in contact.
Of course they do. They're not crazy. Yeah. Of course they do.
And then you can stream my music at Bex BECX on Spotify, Apple, Amazon.
These
pretty much anything you can think of. It's there.
Wonderful. Bloody wonderful. Well, Bex, firstly, thank you so much for spending time with me this afternoon. People at home, why are you still sitting here watching this? You should already be in your computer looking for Bex under all of her social media platforms and downloading her music as we speak. There's no excuse. You've met her and you've heard her. Bex, I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I hope we will keep in touch, and I hope that you'll come back and have another chat at some point, especially when the EP's out. We can do a little.
Of course, I would love to be back.
That would be bloody amazing. Thank you so much for spending time on my show. I wish you the ultimate success in everything you do. You're a superstar. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She is super lovely. It was really, really wonderful to catch up with Bex, and I hope you do go and follow her on her social media platforms. Go and support that young lady. Go and show her some love and appreciation for her talent and her hard work. Bex, thank you so much for being on my show. You crazy kids at home, thank you so much for spending time with me today on your Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed this show as much as I have enjoyed making it. I'm already looking forward to seeing you again next Sunday on the Jaden Show with another lovely special guest. Now, you know how this rolls now, because you have watched nearly all of my Jaden shows, and if you haven't, I suggest you go and do it. So I'm going to leave you now with the new single from Bex. I hope you enjoy it. It's amazing. It's called Not Alone. This is Bex. I will see you next week on the Jaden Show. Stay safe, stay beautiful. Ta-ra for now, kids. Bye-bye.
Yelling, screaming through the walls. The rage is flowing, flowing hard. My heart is breaking apart. Lying, cursing through your teeth. I know the pain is running deep. Your actions speak louder than your words. Now when there's tension and emotion, you're spinning out of control. Know that we're in this together. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. I hate the person I've become. I lock my feelings in my heart. I wish I knew how to open up. Crying all my makeup off, trying to catch my breath. Always wanting to be by myself. Now when there's tenseness, then panic is spinning out of control. Know that we're in this together. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. I know that things have been hard. You feel like you can't go on. Just know you're not